It's Weekend Scramble! Fucking bitch! This week we've got Netflix Weed, Forced Splits, and a Hotel Intruder. Ty, take it away, Tiffany.
Check it away, Tiffany.
So for our first story, Netflix was selling their own branded weed.
What?
Yeah.
And I heard they are going bankrupt. That's why, and they're trying to make some money.
They're going bankrupt?
How?
They got no money.
How?
Netflix?
They're spending a lot on shows. They are spending a lot on shows.
Have you seen the content they put out recently? They just been buying everything.
Yeah, they've been putting out pretty shitty content. Like this particular, so the reason why they started selling weed was to promote their newest show called Disjointed.
Oh yeah.
No, it's because when you're high, you just want to sit and keep watching more shows.
100%.
That is why.
Well, also it's because they did the Ashton Kutcher show, The Farm, and they're like, "Fuck, we lost our ass on this." Who watched that shit?
That show's terrible.
I haven't met one person who's even watched that.
So
shit.
bad.
What is that show about?
I'll tell you what it's about. It's a tax write-off for Netflix. That's all it is. That's like half of the donut shops in LA. I'm like, this is a front for drugs. For Netflix, like half of their cartoon shows are just like that's where they just throw cash at to like burn cash with the IRS. That's it.
Oh, man.
Just tax write-offs city.
I heard that's what happened with Ridiculous Six. We tried to watch that, Adam Sandler. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
That was pretty
This is destroying my childhood right now.
It's called a write-down, my friend. That's all it is. There's no way it's anything else.
Write-down?
Yeah, for taxes.
A write-off?
No, a write-down. That's what
They write it down?
Honey, I know. Trust me, I'm a man. I know these things.
Okay.
You know, Adam Sandler made more money with his Netflix deal than he ever did in his whole entire career
What?
No.
with doing movies.
Is that right?
That Netflix
Shitty-ass
deal.
Netflix movie?
Yeah, well, that's why he had to do like a huge, like,
Or they
Watch.
show all of his movies,
He's
right?
like
plus his new bunch of movies.
Does that include his 3D Blu-ray money? I mean, like, who the fuck is buying that shit too? It's the same shit. I'm like, who's buying this shit? Like, what is this?
Yeah, but this weed here, they came out with 12 different strains.
It's Netflix weed.
It is. So all three of these
Netflix and chill, but for reals, like really chill.
like really, really chill. So they actually partnered up with a dispensary here in LA in West Hollywood, and they were only selling it for one weekend, and in that one weekend they sold about more than a pound of the entire weed. So
That's
they
it?
sold.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's really not. I used to sell drugs, and that's not that much if you're a big corporation.
Well, they said that they sold over 100 jars, which equals roughly a pound.
Oh, from that location.
Well, there was only one.
well, they didn't really
location.
publicize it very well. If they did,
Yeah, obviously not.
No, because it was more of like a publicity stunt. It wasn't technically Netflix themselves. Like they didn't keep any of the profits from the weed. It was just that they partnered up just to kind of promote the show.
Because this is what I was thinking. Netflix has millions of bud smoking customers, right? That shit, the pound, once it goes for sale, it should be gone within the first second. It should be gone before it was even on sale.
Yeah.
True.
I thought it was like they were sending you some weed if you order the DVDs because like everyone switched over to streaming. So it's like, well, if you get the DVD, you also get some weed.
Mail order weed would be so lucrative.
Yeah.
Like never having to leave and never having to deal with like shitty, creepy drug dealers.
Well, apparently they already have like services in certain cities that already have weed where they actually have like an Uber for weed.
Yeah, weed
Uber, but like a Postmates. Yeah, like a Postmates.
What?
Uber bud.
Dude, all this shit is because of weed, by the way. Like Netflix, you don't have to leave your house to go get movies anymore.
Yeah.
Like, what is all this DoorDash shit and like Grubhub? Like, you don't have to leave your house. You can smoke weed at home and have food delivered to your door. Like, that's what's the next thing? That's where you should put your money.
Dating comes to your door.
Dating comes to your
Dates
door.
come to your door.
That's pretty good, man.
You don't
That's
have to
pretty
leave your
good.
house.
that's like rape winning
Your money
that.
there.
I know.
And it's called insta rape.
Damn.
But yeah, so here are the strains. All three of these have been inspired by Disjointed, and then these other ones, they're inspired by other Netflix original series.
They look like candles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
They're pretty cute. Yeah.
It's like Bed Bath and Really Beyond.
Like I like the bamboo on the top.
Yeah.
They make it female friendly.
So the reason why they're inspired by these shows is that the high that supposedly gives you is similar to the experience you get when you watch these shows.
Oh, the vibe of the show.
Like the vibe.
Is that real?
Pussy riot.
I swear everyone that smokes weed is like a scientist. They're always like, this strain will do this to your body.
It's like this ridiculous 6 kush will make you want to kill yourself.
Don't do that one. Don't do that
Yeah,
one.
don't. We advise
My
against
buddy
it.
did it.
Terrible.
Right,
He's no
dude.
longer with us.
How much? Can I ask? So I do this challenge.
Ridiculous 6 kush.
Dude, I do this challenge with my brothers, and anytime I have friends in town, where I call it the Batman and Robin challenge, and I have people try to sit through the movie Batman and Robin with George Clooney, and when they tap out is when like they have failed the challenge, and I think we should all do that with some of this shit, like these Adam Sandler movies, like the Ridiculous 6 challenge.
I watched the what's it called, Sandy Wexler.
Oh man.
That one was not as bad as Ridiculous 6.
How long did you get through
Sandy
though?
Wexler was fucking.
Did you get through the whole thing?
You should watch Ridiculous 6.
Conceptually, it could have been great. You know what I mean? I think like what they were doing with it, but it was a trash movie. And then Ridiculous 6, I watched about halfway through.
You went halfway?
Dude, you're a fucking man among men, my friend.
We couldn't get through 10 minutes.
I got through barely 10 minutes.
The only one that I thought was decent was the one that he did with was it David Spade?
Do-Over.
Yeah.
I watched.
That was a really good idea.
Do Over was decent. I was like, I didn't feel. I was like, yeah, I'd give it like a 5. You know what I mean? And that's not bad.
What's out of what?
Huh? I had about 40.
5
5 out of 10.
It was one of those movies where it's like, oh yeah, it's a basic comedy movie. That's okay.
It was cool.
It's okay.
But I like the premise for it. I was like, I at least like the premise of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I laughed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that's an Adam Sandler movie because it didn't look like trash when I saw it. When after I watched the trailer, I didn't feel like I needed to take a shower like 3 times, you know?
But the good news on Adam Sandler being that terrible is that no matter what, y'all's movie can't be that bad.
I hope
All
not.
I know is that after that, I watched Waterboy, and that shit was hilarious.
You know how I was telling you, watch one of his old stuff? The magic is different. Like when you watch one of his old,
I don't think he gives a fuck. It's like
No, he had kids and
He
then
had kids, dude, it ruined
he had
him.
kids and then he started making content for his like kids.
It's like what's his
more
face?
kid-friendly.
What's his name? Talladega Nights.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Will
Will
Ferrell,
Ferrell.
right? He just has like those fucking bucket list shits where he did a Lifetime special.
Dude, that shit was hilarious though.
It wasn't supposed to be funny.
No, I think it was.
No, it was.
It was him and Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, but see, that was the thing too, because like he put it out. They were asking him, "Why are you doing?" He goes, "I just have a bucket list thing," and he mentioned that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he said, "Well, it's supposed to be funny, but it's funny just because it's Kristen Wiig in it."
I love that. That's sort of like how James Franco was on like Days of Our Lives or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, good for you, man. That's hilarious. Like it's just funny as fuck.
He made that terrible fucking Mexican movie where he was just doing. It was like almost like slightly offensive.
Yeah, that one was bad.
That was what Casa de Mi Padre, right?
yeah.
That was a really fucking funny movie.
Was that his like Nacho Libre?
No, he said he just wanted to do a movie in all Spanish, so that's why he made that film.
Oh, and that movie's absurd too. There's like a talking white tiger in it and shit. It's
Oh,
like,
that
yeah, it's really
one.
funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he doesn't give a fuck.
That's what happens when artists don't do fan service anymore and they just do whatever the fuck they want. They come out with trash.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to just follow what your manager tells you to do.
That's a dark reality. I don't want to be in that world.
All right, for our next story, there was this viral video of this cheerleader being forced to do splits, and the coach responsible for all this has now
I saw
been
this
fired.
video, and I'm just gonna say that I had the same thing done to me when I was in Taekwondo as an Asian kid. It's not that big of a deal.
Let's see the video.
What is it?
No, they're just tearing their legs apart.
Well, they're just putting your shirt down by the shoulders, right?
Here we go.
No, you're gonna make it worse.
Is she wearing like tidy whities or something?
Oh, see, that's not that bad.
Cheerleading shorts.
I would just.
She's saying, please stop. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my god, the way he lifted her was like.
You should have slowly lifted her.
Yeah, so this is the coach that has now been fired.
Why? Don't they do that in gymnastics and all kinds of
Not
sports that
forcefully
require?
like that.
Yeah, this is forced.
You know, though, I will say this. I'm not gonna say it.
I know. I would. That's my reaction too. I'm like, how can I defend this?
I know, I'm just like, because like I had that done to me in Taekwondo, but then again, that's like this is a martial arts, I guess.
Right. Well, and when it was done to, I assume, because we did Taekwondo, like,
Yeah.
like I did Taekwondo as well. They pushed you down by the shoulders.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like, they're just helping you down, kind of. It wasn't really like a like
It's
that.
like they're holding her legs.
Yeah, they're
down.
actually pulling her.
Oh!
Yeah.
They had this thing though where they used to have your partner so you do like the wide leg stance, and then your other partner puts his legs on your ankles, and he kicks it out as far as possible.
Yeah.
So I would scream too, but I did the splits. Not anymore.
Yeah. It lasted a
You're
little
pretty
bit.
flexible though.
All that pain was worth it, right?
You're still really flexible.
Yeah, for my side, I still have like, it's because of shit like that though.
It's because someone ripped it apart.
Yeah,
So
dude.
now.
But I saw that shit on that Jean-Claude Van. See, they don't make movies like that anymore. Remember, what's it called? Was it Bloodsport?
No, kickboxer.
Yeah, they had the ropes and they fucking ripped.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do that shit.
But like, when do you use that in life?
The splits?
I mean,
Jean-Claude Van Damme does it in every movie.
Yeah.
He even does it with 2 semi-trucks.
That's right, he does it in commercials too.
Just for no reason, actually.
It's made him millions of dollars.
Yeah, he's worth every penny of stretching class or whatever
He's
he
the
took. you know.
only person that paid off for
Okay,
him.
well, that's somebody it paid off, so there you go.
Sometimes you need to cool your nutsack. You gotta spread those legs.
But getting pushed down gently
I like the one
is,
with the trucks.
Is just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the truck thing's tight. No, getting pushed down gently is different than like what that was, which is like they're stretching her.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
They're stretching her for rape or whatever is what it seemed like.
Jesus.
Well, that's what it seemed like. It was like the way she was reacting was insane.
And she wasn't the only student either, because apparently the police station got several videos of other students sent anonymously to them because they were saying that
Pussies. Anonymous.
they were saying that the school had been notified of these videos back in June because these were taken during their cheerleading summer camp. And apparently the school didn't do anything about it. And then that's why whoever sent these videos sent them to the police because they wanted something to be done. And then finally that's when steps were taken to finally have an investigation into this to see what's going on.
Who videoed this?
Had to have been one of the other girls.
Kid.
Or was it the coach? Was the coach like, I want to video this to show you how silly you're being?
Yeah.
Right? And then later on, he's like, at the police station, he's like, play the tape. He's like, you'll see, she's being ridiculous. And he's like, look, she's crying all this shit. And they're like,
That's his defense. I want to see the court tape, right? Like she brings their, it's the same tape.
he's like, Your Honor, I'll tell you what my defense attorney is. I swore it off. I said, I don't need a defense attorney. Play the tape.
Just watch.
What a
I know.
pussy. See? You see that shit? Yeah. That'd be the.
I rest my case.
I bet the judge is like, what the fuck is going on?
But yeah, no, there were even 5 other school employees that have been placed on a leave, like pending this whole.
But the real question is, do they win medals? Like, is
Are they
this
winning
team?
all the competitions?
Is this team like elite?
No, this coach had just recently started at this school.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
No, because he had
She's
been
like a prison
fired by other schools for the same shit.
Is this all the guy does? Is just cheerleaders? Like he doesn't teach any classes or anything? So he's like, I gotta whip these cheerleaders into shape. These cheerleaders are pussies.
Like that's all I got.
That was like the same training regimen that the bad guys used in the Mighty Ducks. You remember that? Like the same kind of shit. So he's just watching this kind of shit, and he's like, yeah, you have to be tough with the children to make the children do what you
How
want.
come with all these articles, every time something like this happens, there's always like this side comment where it says he's been fired multiple times for this before. Well, who the fuck hired this fool?
Right?
Like, what the fuck?
That's exactly what I say too. I'm like,
That
why do
person
they
should be
keep
fired too.
firing
Then.
I'll tell you who somebody who uses the Opera browser. They don't use Google Chrome or whatever. They use that shitty ass Opera browser, and they're like, well, yeah, hold on, let's Google this man real quick. Oh, looks totally fine to me.
And it's opera this.
Yeah. Who says that shit ever? Exactly. Let's Opera this thing. Yeah. You can't find anything on there.
It's just his MySpace page.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was like 21.
Yeah.
Damn, I think if I was her dad, I would tell the cheerleaders, yeah, good job, and I'll tell her like, oh no, they did what? That's fucked up, but can you do the splits?
I know, that's the real question.
Yeah.
If she could do the splits now, that is the question.
She's probably really damaged.
She's young though.
Probably has like pulled muscles. She can't walk. Like
And emotionally damaged.
and
That's
emotionally
okay.
damaged.
She could heal faster than us.
I hope people are picking up on the sarcasm because if not, I sound really
know.
crude.
They're being sarcastic, guys. Okay.
Not me.
I know. Dude, that's my whole problem is nobody knows I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you're really like convincing. I'm like,
You're dry.
Oh, thank you.
The drive is there.
Yeah.
all right, for our last story, there is this man in Florida that snuck into a hotel and racked up a $2,180 bill without ever checking into the room.
Why?
Oh, somebody else went in there.
Yeah, so he actually snuck in right after the guest had checked out, and he claimed to be to be with those guests, and so hotel staff never questioned him. He kept ordering room service and spa treatments from.
Oh my god, that is genius.
It's pretty good.
But then finally, the staff called police, and they were like, "Hey, there's this man here that's just racking up this bill. He doesn't plan on paying it."
How did he sneak in?
I know. I was wondering the same thing because you have to have a key and stuff. I don't even know how he got in.
And then like, how do you know when people are checking out and all that?
To like take over their.
Yeah.
Just calling like, oh, actually, I'm gonna stay for another week. You know, like, how do you even know?
Well, if he was able to sneak in somehow, like through a window or something, or like through a balcony, sometimes people just leave their keys in the hotel, like if they check out, because you don't really need to like
I do that
officially check out
all the time.
Yeah. So then if he got in there like through a balcony and then like they left the key, I mean, it's their fault.
Yeah, they don't really mention exactly how he got in. Cause I was curious too. I'm like, how do you sneak in? How do you know? I had the same questions.
Because you can't you can't do it at the Luxor. It's a pyramid hotel.
No, yeah, it's impossible. Well, for me, I'm just thinking like, okay, how do you rack up $2,100? Like, what did he order? 3 sandwiches? Like, fucking hotel food's so absurdly expensive, dude.
Apparently he got spa treatments. I'm like, how do you go get? He was there for 3 days.
3 days, $2 grand.
$2 grand.
Yeah.
Because those spa treatments are like what, like a couple $100 anyway.
Yeah, spa treatments.
And there's like that other part of the page where I don't even read because it's too expensive. So you probably went there. It's like,
True.
no, that's not me.
Apparently,
actually, the first page is too expensive.
That's true. No, apparently this wasn't the first time he did it either. He had done it in multiple
Hotel
other
Bandit.
hotels.
How did they catch that? Like, because obviously he's not using his real name. Like, how did they know? Oh, this is the hotel spa master that we've been looking for. You know, like, how do they
Probably
know?
fingerprinted him and
The
stuff.
hotel thief.
He had other hotel cards on his person when they finally arrested him. And then he said that the reason why he did it was because he went to Atlanta and he went to some party and he was drinking. Like he went through a drug binge with like hallucinogens and like he didn't feel like himself. So then he just decided to sneak into that hotel.
Wow, this is a very specific
so
drug that
weird.
makes you do that.
So he traveled all the way to Florida, though?
I know. That's why I'm like, what?
I wish he's like, I just needed a spa day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's better.
He's lazy. If you think about it, he has all this time to go to different hotels, wait for people to check out, and then sneak in that room and then hang out there. Like he has no job. He just chills at hotels.
That's kind of tight.
Sounded pretty good to me, man.
It is kind of cool.
Sounded pretty good to me, yeah.
I'm just jealous.
This hotel was in South Carolina, so that was.
And he's going cross country to like he's going from.
The other ones that he had done, that he had snuck into, that was in Florida.
Oh, okay. This one's in South Carolina.
What's in South Carolina?
Shit.
Hotels.
Hey, no offense if you live there, or I guess offense.
It's on the coast, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah, it is.
barbecue.
Right, a beach or something.
I've been to North Carolina. They
Yeah,
have
me
really
too.
good fried chicken called Bojangles, and
Yeah, yeah.
and there's a law called the sweet tea law, I think. But if you serve regular tea, by law you have to have sweet tea there.
Is that real?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's really funny.
It's an old law that they just never changed.
People in the South love their sugar, man. Like you get the sweet tea.
Oh,
I
yeah.
drink it. I'm like, God damn. And I see somebody next to me. They're putting more sugar into it.
I seen that too.
Yeah, they're like,
I'm the person next to you.
oh God, dude.
Everyone I knew from the South, they all had closets full of Mountain Dew too, man. Just filled with Mountain Dew, yeah. And then they would run out of a case of Mountain Dew, and they would go get another Mountain Dew at the grocery store to replenish their stock. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's like,
It's intense.
I remember when I was a waitress and someone ordered sweet tea. There's a lot of people that would order sweet tea. And I'm like, had no idea what that was because I grew up here. I was like, we have tea and sugar and sweetener. We have sweetened iced tea, but it's not the same. It's like,
Yeah, it's not the same.
and then McDonald's came out with sweet tea, and then I was like, oh,
Joe makes some really bomb sweet tea.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no good sweet tea in California. Not even really yours. It's okay, but
That's what a girlfriend's for. You know what I mean?
That's why Jeff
You have
is
something that
here.
you're proud about, and the girlfriend goes, actually, honey, it's shit.
you gotta go
She's
to
put on
you gotta
this.
go to Texas
she's
for the
put on
real
this
thing.
earth to put me down.
That's what girls are for, dude. It's like you know when a guy tells a story and then the girlfriend has to destroy that.
yeah,
shit?
she's like, that's not true.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I'm with my friends, bitch. Like, what?
You lost in that fight. You got your ass kicked.
I know.
No, like I put up a fight.
I was, hey, bro,
Yeah, right,
yesterday,
like,
dude, I
guys don't do
benched
that.
like 180. Really, dude? Did you really, honey? I don't think so.
She's like, well, how come you complain when you're taking the groceries upstairs?
I know. Pussy.
Sometimes I offhandedly do that. Like, I'm like, you know how you're really bad at packing the car trunk?
Yeah.
I thought I was good at that. You know how you
Shit
suck
drives
at it? You know how
me.
you suck
like-
balls at that?
It's like the stuff we're proud about too. Yeah. You know?
Fucking crazy, man. She tells me I can't pack the trunk.
You can't.
I'm like, I'm gonna pack the trunk better than I've ever
He
packed
like
the fucking
wobbly
trunk out.
packs everything.
That's exactly why.
It on everything. I'm like, guys are supposed to be good at packing the
because
trunk. He's not good at
We're
it.
not packing a lot of shit. We're just taking like a weekend trip somewhere.
Doesn't matter. The way you put things in the trunk is like not in line. Like it's like a.
But you're the organized girl, though.
She's anal as hell.
No,
is the problem.
You can't even wear certain colors on certain days.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey, I'm messy.
No, let's talk
too.
about moon rocks. I want to talk about. I want to talk about moon rocks.
No, we're
I
done.
want to talk about
Our
moon rocks.
time's
I
up.
want to talk about
Our
moon
time's
rocks. So the other night,
The time's up.
The other night.
Now the time is up.
We gotta talk.
he's like, "Hey, can you come with me to the park?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? It's 10 o'clock at night. It's like 9:45. Like, why are we going to the park?" And she's like, I have to go get a rock.
That's not how I said it.
She's like, no, she did. She got quiet in our own home.
It's like you have a secret.
And there's just
No.
kitties who could hear.
No.
She's like, I have to go get a rock.
I was like, I need you to come with me to the park.
Yeah, no.
Because there's a bunch of weirdos there. And we get to the park and I'm like, I'm collecting sand for my moon ritual.
What's your moon ritual?
Was it for the eclipse?
Yes, she.
Yeah, but also because it was a new moon on the day of the eclipse.
So she then takes it home. You know, she's acting like that's the weirdest part. She then takes it home and takes a fucking bath with the rock.
It's a.
Wait, what?
I cleaned it first.
Thank you for a reasonable.
Wait, are you witch?
reasonable reaction.
Anyway, he can't pack a trunk. He can't
No,
pack
no,
a
she has
trunk.
weird moon rock
he
shit.
cannot pack a trunk.
Oh,
Back to that.
oh, and so now when we have kids and they're like, well, Dad, can I go to the park? Like, and I'll be like, no, it's like fucking 10 o'clock at night, and there's weird people who go to the park looking for moon rocks.
Like your mother.
Is that mom?
Trust
like
me,
a
I know.
light helmet thing.
Yeah,
like, hey, the
Weird
weirdos
ass,
out here, go home.
weird ass people getting rocks for the moon ritual, dude.
What was that for?
Let me tell you, this is like, it's a new subscription box that I just got. That was the first time I ever got it. And like, so I was excited to try it. And then I thought, because during the new moon, they send you a new moon ritual and a full moon ritual. And it's just like a candle and like a bath salt or whatever. And you like, think about your intentions for the new cycle and you take a bath. Well, for the full moon or for the new moon cycle, you had to like get a jar of soil, put your intentions in a soil, and also find a rock from the outside that you bless with sage, and then you meditate it with it in the bath.
This is the most like millennial shit I have ever heard.
I didn't know that it was gonna be so intrusive. I just thought it was gonna be like the first one that was like light a candle and meditate. Like, so I was
Damn,
like,
that's some
fuck,
crazy shit.
I bought this moon box. I gotta do it now. So I gotta go get a rock from the outside.
I know people who have believed in that moonstone shit for the longest time. You know, to each their own, however stupid it is. This girl, she charged her moonstones for
Under the moon.
for brain power for her SATs, right?
Oh.
That bitch got like an 800. Oh my god!
600 for putting your name down.
Yeah.
I cracked the fuck up. I was like, God damn, you're stupid as fuck. You had the moon on your side, ho.
No, but then they always blame the moon thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, I did it wrong.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that actually, if it's a girl, the moon actually messes with your emotions and stuff, and having a moonstone is probably
Oh,
not
so
great
I
for
would
you.
see. I would have said that too.
Yeah.
She did it all
Supposed to
wrong.
put it inside her pussy and then.
Yeah, like the what is it? The Gwyneth Paltrow shit.
Oh
Put
yeah.
a fucking pearl egg in your pussy.
Oh, that's weird.
What is that?
Pussy glitter?
Yeah, pussy glitters.
It's like your pussy deserves some relaxation or something like that.
what the fuck?
Isn't glitter just pieces of glass? I would not put that in my pussy.
Plastic.
It's nasty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For more, please subscribe to our channel. And you can check out the last video right here.